Imagine this. One morning, every single person on Earth, all 8 billion of us, decides to do one simple thing. We each invest just $1 into the same company. Not $100, not $10,000, just $1. A tiny amount on its own, but multiplied by the entire world? Suddenly, it's not so tiny anymore. Today, we're exploring what would actually happen if everyone in the world invested $1 into the same stock. Let's start with the numbers. 8 billion people, $1 each. That's $8 billion. Straight up. Now, to get a sense of scale, $8 billion is about the same as what Netflix made in revenue in one quarter. It's also more than the total value of many small companies listed on the stock exchange. So, what happens if that $8 billion floods into one stock? Well, in the stock market, price is driven by supply and demand. If demand suddenly explodes, which it would, the price of that stock could skyrocket. But it also depends on which stock we're talking about. Let's say everyone picks Apple. Why? It's one of the most valuable companies in the world. Most people know the name. As of early 2025, Apple's market value is around $2.8 trillion. Now, $8 billion going into Apple isn't nothing, but it's just a small ripple in a very large ocean. It might move the stock price a little, but not dramatically. But now imagine everyone picks a smaller company. Let's say a mid-sized company worth $5 billion. Now that's where it gets interesting. That $8 billion investment could nearly double its market value overnight. Prices could spike, trading volume would surge, media would go wild. But here's the thing, stock prices can rise fast and fall even faster. If everyone bought the stock and held it, that might be okay. But the moment people start selling, trying to cash in on those gains, the price could drop just as fast. Some would win, some would lose. And depending on when you sold, your dollar could turn into $1.50 or just 60 cents. Timing becomes everything. This is exactly what we see during stock hypes, like the GameStop situation in 2021. A group of retail investors sent the price soaring, but not everyone made money. Many got in too late and sold too early or too late. Now let's zoom out. What happens when everyone is in the same boat? Everyone has a financial stake in the same company. This could create some really strange dynamics. People might suddenly become emotionally connected to that company. Like, imagine if it's Coca-Cola. You might start buying more Coke just to support your stock. Your neighbor might tell you to stop drinking Pepsi. Governments might even feel pressure to support the company because their citizens are shareholders. But there's a risk too. If that company makes a bad decision or collapses, 8 billion people could feel the impact. That's like putting all our financial eggs in one basket. Not exactly a wise investment strategy. Here's something to think about. Not everyone has the same access to investing. In some countries, people don't have bank accounts, let alone stock trading apps. And even if they could invest, $1 means different things in different places. In some countries, it's a small snack. In others, it could be an hour's wage. So if everyone could invest $1, that would mean a huge leap forward in financial inclusion. But it would also raise questions about fairness, access, and opportunity. Would the rich benefit more? Would poor communities be left behind, even when everyone put in the same amount? So, what if everyone in the world invested $1 in the same stock? It would shake things up, that's for sure. We'd see price surges, emotional investing, and global headlines. Some people might get rich, some might lose money, but most of all, it would remind us how powerful we are when we move together. Because a single dollar isn't much, but 8 billion of them? That's enough to move markets. And maybe even minds. Thanks for listening. If this sparked your curiosity, subscribe for more stories just like this.